1. The Giants lost an instant classic in their first matchup against the Cowboys. Can Dallas finish the sweep? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. First down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott buying time to his left. That one complete. Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
These two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Kaepernick now to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. This one might be going the other way. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
On play action, Prescott. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. These two teams all tied after one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Forced out to his left. A dump off to Elliott. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Koo now for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
keep it on the ground. This time it's Penning. And he'll slip his way up across 2. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Pulled in at the 24. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Looking deep for Elliott. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way down to the 37. A big play here for Dallas.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Prescott from the gun. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Pollard.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 18 yards on that one, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down throw for Prescott. Rolling to his right.
And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground, and they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the 3rd quarter of action. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now. Flush to his right. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Prescott. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now here's a carry heading left. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on to their fourth-quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Kaepernick now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Kaepernick. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Leaves it for Penny. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now Kaepernick, got to have this one. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And that's complete to Shepard. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Eluding the and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Kaepernick going to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Well, Prescott here to throw. They'll roll him out right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on it man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. Flushed out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To the air again, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Kaepernick now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Kaepernick now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Kaepernick. He finds his man complete. It's Hall. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.